They want to otherize the trans community to extreme measures. They can be as cruel and as mean to their children as they want it to and be protected. This bill was extremely scary. I want social and legal equality for transgender people within the United States, helping people understand what gender identity means, what gender expression means, what gender performance means. I want social normality for the trans community within our society. But it will take an entire society, a huge village to uplift our community to where it needs to be. It takes allies. It takes you. Hello, hello, and thank you for joining me. It's Brandi's World, and I'm Brandi Beckett. Today, we are going to talk about some of the anti-trans bills from Florida. I have good news and not so good news on those bills. We're only halfway through March in 2024, and Florida has already proposed and voted on 12 anti-trans bills. Good news, 10 of those bills failed. 2 of them did pass, and that is devastating. For trans people who live in Florida, exist in Florida, especially the transgender children. The 2 bills that passed, they're targeted at transgender children. It makes me sad, but it's not all sad news, folks. There is some good news. 10 of those anti-trans bills failed to make it through legislation in Florida. So, yay. Good work, activists and advocates and those who put pressures to kill those bills. Good work. We need more of that. We are under attack, and these bills demonstrate the attack that we are under. We defended off a good portion of them. House Bill 599. This one was very scary. This was gender identity employment. This was going to make it impossible for transgender people to work in Florida and express who they are and be themselves. That bill was very scary. House Bill 901. This was about displaying of the flags in governmental entities. I haven't covered this one extensively, but it's also scary. There was Florida House Bill 1233 that failed. This one was literally stripping away gender identity and only using biological sexual characters as any sort of marker to indicate your gender identity. So in other words, this one was making your identity your genitals, and that's it. And that was very scary. Glad that one failed. House Bill 1639. I talked about House Bill 1639 in a previous video. Go check that video out. This one also is about health care and driver's license and government IDs, not allowing trans people, again, to express themselves. These bills are attempting to erase and dehumanize transgender people. So, make no means about it. These bills are scary. Even though most of them failed, they're not the last of these bills. So we need to pay attention to what is happening in places like Florida, how the transgender community is under attack there. Non-binary communities are under attack. Non-cis people are under attack. Thankfully, we have enough allies out there to protect us somewhat, to at least ricochet some of these harsh bills and blow them away. Some of them, not all of them. This 1663 was going to make it nearly impossible for transgender children to be safe in their own home if their parents were bigoted towards the trans community or just fed enough information that they think that community is poison. They think it is bad to be trans. And people who've had kids that happen to be trans and they don't agree with that for whatever reasons, whatever information they have about it, they can be as cruel and as mean to their children as they want it to and be protected. This bill was extremely scary. This was going to cause so much damage to transgender children. Thankfully, we dodged that harmful, explosive bill, House Bill 1663. Oof, that one was scary. And Florida State Bill 1382, which was also the carbon copy of House Bill 599, that one also failed, thankfully. State Bill 1722, which is basically a carbon copy of the other abusive towards trans children bill in the House. That one was also shot down. So the extreme bills that were going to just devastate transgender children in the state of Florida, some of those harsher bills were shot down, and that's an awesome victory. That's an awesome victory, but it seems like small victories at this point. And State Bill 1780 also failed, and that one is defamation, false light, and unauthorized publication of names and likeness. So this was going to make it legal to collect the names of the transgender community, people who transition within that state. That one personally scares me. And I don't think it's going to totally go away. I think they'll make similar bills to that too. They want to otherize the trans community to extreme measures. They want to know who we are. They want us to not work under our own identity, under our own self. They want us to not have our identity in our government IDs. They want us to not be us in our health care. They want us to not be us in our identification. They just want us to not be us with all of these bills that they try to get through. There are people in power in the state of Florida who are attacking the transgender community, the non-binary communities, the non-cis people of Florida are under attack, people. Very scary times in Florida. So let's talk about the bills that did pass. Okay, so Florida House Bill 1291 passed. This bill, this is one that covers all of the schools from K through 12 and beyond through the university system in Florida, including the community colleges. So if you're in Florida at a community college, if you're in Florida at a university, if that university, that community college, any of your school is getting partial or all fundings from state funds, they're no longer allowed to teach about gender identities. Like, gender does not exist in the education system anymore over there. Personally, for me, I want to go down to Florida. I want to talk. I want to give talks. I want to reach out to people. I want to be on panels. I want to help educate the public in Florida, the general person who doesn't necessarily know trans people or know a trans person in their life, but all of they have heard is the rhetoric that has led up to bills like these bills. There are millions of people in Florida who are not hateful, who would not want these bills to be even written, even thought about, if they understood what it means to be trans, if they understood what it means to be an oppressed transgender person within their state. They probably wouldn't do it. People aren't inherently mean. People are uninformed many times. People are misinformed often. And many times it is intentional to misinform people. That does not help anyone in society. We need enlightenment on what it means to be trans. I want to be there on those front lines, helping people understand what gender identity means, what gender expression means, what gender performance means. All of these concepts, when we grasp them and understand them and apply them to humanity, the other humans around us, our fellow citizens, it's hard to oppress and hate someone within your group. And that's my point. Transgender people are people within our group. We're a diverse species. We are humans. We're part of humanity. And it's sad that that message needs to be out there. The message that we exist and we are human and we are part of society. In fact, my entire message, what I want to bring, my activism has a goal. I have a mission. I want to reach 2 goals with my activism. 1, I want social and legal equality for transgender people within the United States. 2, I want social normality for the trans community within our society. That's it. Those are my goals. There are many steps to get to those goals, and I need lots of help to get us to those goals. But that's what we are asking for. At least that's what I am asking for. And I don't think there should be a solid reason. I don't think there is a solid reason that should stop us from reaching those goals. There's no logical reason. There's no compassionate reason that we should not reach those goals. There is no good reason that we should not reach those goals. Because we are human. We are Americans. We are citizens. We are equal to all other American human citizens. So we deserve those same rights. We deserve our recognition and our existence within society. That is not asking too much. If anything, it's asking minimal. But it will take an entire society, a huge village to uplift our community to where it needs to be. It takes allies. It takes you. So, I don't want to leave you on a somber note. I want to leave you on a thankful note. I am thrilled and happy that 10 of those anti-trans bills in Florida were defeated. Great job, y'all. We did it. We defeated 10 bills. That is awesome. Let's look forward to defeating more of them. Let's look forward to our equality. Let's look forward to our normality. Let's reach those goals together. I'm going to leave you, as I always do, with this message. Love yourself but more importantly, like yourself and treat people the way they want to be treated. Bye-bye for now.